I started actively looking for somewhere else to go where I would feel more valued and my passions could be used on a daily basis. And was really lucky to get a job at Flaxmere College as the head of the teen parent unit, which brought a whole new range of skills into my kete. The students we have over there are all Māori or Pacific Island students. You're faced with situations that you've never faced before. You've got difficult conversations, you've got problems with students, you've got all sorts of things going on that you have to balance. And being authentic to yourself gives you the direction, and it helps you to make decisions about what you need to do that sit well with you. For example, I had to have a difficult conversation with a staff member, and I was really worried about it. I thought, how am I going to maintain the relationship that we have, a very good working relationship, when you're telling somebody off? But we sat down over a cup of tea and had a conversation where my main point of the conversation was twofold. First, they had to understand what they had done was wrong and the implications of that. And the second thing was that they could walk away from that meeting with their mana intact. So it wasn't about me tearing strips off somebody, it was having an honest conversation where the consequences of some actions had to be aired. And when the person left the meeting, it was probably the first time that I really thought, I'm a leader. I know it sounds ridiculous, because you do leadership tasks, but it's not until you're in a position where you've had a difficult conversation, the person has moved on, they've walked out with their head held high, but fully knowing that what they did was not right and there were serious consequences of that, and you know that won't happen again. That I thought that was, for me that was the first time that I really felt like a real leader. But it came back to being authentic to myself and knowing what my values were. It wasn't about, my values were around whanaungatanga and maintaining the relationships, and knowing that helped me to deal with this situation. It's really essential to build and maintain positive relationships. And how do you do that? Long-lasting ones. For me, it's about being authentic, having integrity and being honest. The philosophies of other people's, or I understand that my values are different to their values, but it's about finding that common ground and finding the things that you can work together on. Building those trusting relationships means that you can have conversations that are difficult. It also means that you can maybe give somebody ideas that they haven't tried before. If they value you as a person, then they're more prepared to listen to you, and in that way you can affect some change in areas that you might not have been able to. It's not about being fake, it's about being honest and having integrity, but building a relationship of trust so that people will come along with you when you want to do things or try things new. And as a leader, change is what we're about. So having those positive, trusting relationships.